Alright, so we got the Siege of Vraks explained by an Australian man. Y'all been spamming this video in the comments down below. Shout out to all y'all for the support. And let's get right to it. Let's go.
G'day, guys and gals.
Majorkill!
Everyone loves the deathcore of Kreig, except the deathcore of Kreig. These dudes and dudettes despise themselves so much that their only goal in life is to die. And for some reason, we find that...
Yo, wait. Yo, why like Majorkill got hooked? Yo, it look like he got hit with a right hook. Yo, listen. Yo, Majorkill, bro, if you needed help, you could have just called us, bro. We would have pulled up in a jiffy. It doesn't matter if you live in Australia, if you live in Atlanta, or if you live in Antarctica. Yo, we would have pulled up in a jiffy. Bro, Majorkill, it look like you got, yo, like... Cause I'm thinking, okay, like, cause some people whenever they wake up, like they're like really puffy, and then like it like fluctuate throughout the day. Bro, it like he got hooked. He got hit with a straight right hook, bro. It like he got hit with a mean 5-knuckle shuffle, bro. Look at that, bro. The side of his face is like these, like it's just pulling down. Like he got the Harvey Dent going on right now.
Cute. We need help. Hence I was
Look,
thinking about a video I could make on them.
Nah, bro. I don't know if his girl put the paws on him. I don't know if he went to a bar. You know, he got in a scrap or something. But this is concerning. My.
But they don't really have chapters or regiments. It's just kind of the deathcore of Kreig. And due to their characters being a bunch of humorless vat-grown clones that wear gas masks 24/7, it's kind of hard to drill down on specific characters. But then it hit me. The Siege of Vraks. An amazing showcase of the deathcore, whilst also being a fan favorite moment in the lore. On top of that, the only person who's really covered it...
My bad, yo, I'm so like out of it, bro. I thought that the music was coming from like outside or something. I'm about to say, yo, like what's going on?
...is Arch, but he did so in a 43-part series that would nearly take 2 days to watch.
Hey, what's his name? Hey, whoever this guy is, bro, get that bag, bro. 43 videos is diabolical, but we love it. See, from a YouTuber or a content creator, type of point of view, I love it. I love to see progress like this, bro. I love it. Hey, I'm cheering you on, bro.
To his credit, I heard that he did a good job of it,
okay.
But I don't have that kind of time, and even if I did, having to listen to Arch speak for that long would make my attitude towards life align with that of the Kriegsmen. So I thought, bugger it, I can do it in 20 minutes with twice the charm and 100th of the patience. We speedrunning this shit, boy.
Okay,
Speaking of Arch, guys and gal, we're just over 10,000 subs away from claiming his skull.
Okay.
At this rate, that's...
Oh, yo, this is back. Wow. This was back when Majorkill, when he was collecting subscriber counts like infinity stones. Man, this is back when he was trying to overtake everybody. I mean, I respect the grind and I respect the hustle. I respect it, but this is back whenever he was trying to... Bro, he was trying to take the #1 spot.
It's about 1 month away. Ever since I was a simple zygote in my mother's uterus, this has been my dream. And boy, do I have a fun video planned for when we do overtake him. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
It's the 41st millennium. The galaxy is going through some shit, and all the heroes and factions we know and love are out and about.
Okay.
The world of Vraks Prime existed as an important armory world that was led by a newly appointed cardinal called Zafan. See, there's the first issue. An entire star system ruled by a kitty fiddling priest never goes well. Old mate Zafan decided to do a tour of the system to see what worlds were now under his control, and, well, the tour escalated.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. There's no way in hell that I'm gonna listen to somebody like this, bro. He look like he played with squirrels, bro. Not gonna lie. Yeah, he looks devious. I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to be that guy. He looks very dangerous. He looks like he's not to be trusted at all, bro. No lie. And then he got these 2 delinquents. He got thing 1 and thing 2 to his side. Hey, I'm gonna keep it real. We're not listening to nothing he's saying, bro. He look, yo. He's trying to be all cool and emo. It looks kill. Like he's trying to get into like his destroy lonely type of phase. And then you got this guy over here. He just looks defeated. He got the whole two-face thing going on. It's crazy.
Due to his intense faith and charisma,
he throwing up the Tommy Invincible. Like, come on, bro.
he kinda ended up inspiring extreme religious zealousy and holy uprisings to take place on all the worlds he saw. This started off kinda good. Corrupt, faithless governments and tyrants were toppled, reignited their love for the Emperor and their loyalty towards the Imperium. Cardinal Zafan was like, no shit, this is pretty cool.
Okay.
I could like totally stop molesting kids and instead use my faith and influence to wipe out all heretics.
I told you. I just didn't know it was that word, but I told you he was playing with something, bro. He's a weirdo. I told you, he is not to be trusted. I mean, I'll give him, some credit, bro. This is clean right here. What he have on is a little clean. I'll say it for what it is. But I told you, bro, he's a weirdo. And I don't want to, sit up here and try to judge nobody, man. But, if you dabble into, any of these activities, then you are classified as a weirdo. I knew it since day one.
However, this is Warhammer 40k we're talking about. Shit always goes south. One of Zarfan's closest advisors, Deacon Marmon, was a secret chaos worshipper who slowly but surely twisted the Cardinal's perception. He convinced the Cardinal that he was the chosen one, a living saint of the Emperor, and that his vision of heresy was absolute. The extremism set in, and the Cardinal decided that it was time for another holy war against the faithless. The issue though is that by this point, the Cardinal's definition
I swear to God, bro. I swear to the man that I serve, bro. I don't ever, bro. That is the most diabolical combo I've seen in a long time, y'all. The fingernail polish with the bullets. I don't even know what vibe you giving off at this point. I really don't know. Like, this is ridiculous. I truly don't know. Bro, the fingernail polish like these with a bullet belt, it's crazy work.
Of the faithless was pretty different to a lot of others. He took his huge following to Vraks Prime, where he was able to sway the entire planet into believing in him, other than the Adeptus Arbeit.
Yo, look at him. Yo. I'm sorry to break up the story. Look at him. Look how he's in his ear, bro. Get back, bro. He said, yeah, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Like, bro, get out of his ear. Oh my God.
But those dudes were always going to be a tough nut to crack. The Inquisition was like, fuck this guy, so they sent a Vindicare assassin to snipe him. However, due to some fancy self-defense device, the bullet was blocked, and the Cardinal survived.
Of course.
The attempted assassination did seem to back up the Cardinal's point though, hence the entirety of Vraks exploded into rebellion, and quickly seceded from the Imperium. Whoops. At this point, there wasn't obvious signs of chaos corruption, just a crazy Cardinal who was abusing his power. The world was too defended to just orbitally bomb, plus it was a key supply world, so the Imperium preferred to maintain its infrastructure. Hence the Death Corps of Kreig were deployed. Unbreakable men and women with hard-ons for trenches and barbed wire.
Where are the girls at, yo?
It was a match made in heaven. The war was to be simple. Send in a bunch of Kriegsmen, watch a lot of Kriegsmen die, watch a lot of Kriegsmen kick ass, and claim victory within 12 years. Yeah, needless to say, that didn't fucking happen. I mean, the Kriegsmen dying and kicking ass part did, but the 12 years not so much. The Cardinal's army was made up of about 8 million soldiers that were reasonably well armed and trained. They had a lot of supplies and ample time to prepare. They were dug in as fuck. The Imperium was right to send in the Death Corps, but it wasn't taking Vraks super seriously. They had run the numbers and were confident in their victory. The commanding officer for the siege was also a young untested man who was put there due to his family's influence and power. They would later come to regret this act of nepotism. Actually landing on the planet wasn't too hard. The Cardinal had grouped his entire fuck-huge army into one multi-layered stronghold, and he didn't have a fleet to prevent the Imperium's arrival. Hence millions of soldiers landed and prepared for war, only a couple thousand k's away from their final target, the Citadel. The war began with the noise of 1,000 Earthshaker cannons opening fire. Both sides began to bomb the shit out of each other. Due to the long range difference, the majority of the shells missed. Using this engagement as a distraction, the Death Corps of Kreig advanced in the enemy position and began setting up trenches to get closer to the target. Over the next little while, these trenches got closer and closer to the enemy's position, whilst artillery and supplies were slowly moved up as well. After a shitload more shelling, and when I say a shitload I mean it, the first of the Death Corps of Kreig bayonet charged at the enemy lines. This did not go well. Thousands of Kreig...
Bro, he got clapped up, bro, to smithereens. He said, all right, bro, listen, I'm going to make the first move. I'm going. bro got hit up, bro. It sounded like the 4th of July down there.
Were cut down by an onslaught of bullets and bombs.
Yeah, told you.
Those that had somehow made it to the enemy lines were torn apart by the zealous defenders. Despite literally getting caked in the gore of their fellow Kriegs,
why don't they just spam one side? Like, why don't they just like I get it, like they're trying to like, you know, like go in and then like, you know, go in like flank from the side or whatever. But why don't they just like send like what I would do is, here's what I would do, right? Because obviously, like, you know, like if Vulcan was here with me, he would definitely break this down, you know, into Warhammer English. But what I would do is, right? See, if I had all 4 of these, right, then I had like some extra shells coming in. At first, I had all 4 of these, right? One, obviously, one, you know, disappeared or whatever, or one got shot down, whatever. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. What I would do is, yes, I would maintain shooting whatever, and then I would, like they're doing, have one, like go along like the engines or whatever. Then I can't lie to you. What I would do is I'll have one of these back out and go from the other side. Or I'll have one of these back out. Instead of charging, I think that was dumb. Bro got clapped up, bro. Bro got sent to the shadow round, bro, instantaneously. So what I would do is I would back one out and then send it over here as well. And then that's going to force one of these things to like adjust or move or whatever. Yeah, that's what I would do. Or I would just keep like, you know, just having reinforcements of these like little like launcher things or whatever. And then we call it, I'll just have these whatever in the front line. And then it's going to get to a point where I'm going to have all 4 of these either on this side or on this side right here. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? I hope y'all are.
The second wave of men charged without hesitation and died without hesitation. It was an unstoppable...
Bro, they're selling a bag, bro. Hey, who was telling these guys to do this, bro? Who was telling these guys to do this? Man, they are selling the bag, bro.
Force versus an immovable object situation. Both sides had unlimited morale, so suicidal charges were a huge vibe. After a lot of death, the Kriegsmen stopped charging, which the heretics took as an invitation to have their own suicidal charge. Yeah, needless to say, charging a Kriegsman in his own trench is a terrible idea. Hence the heretics died like the sons of whores they were. By the end of the first 3 days, the sight of mangled corpses and stench of death and gunpowder
they went out
coated
bad.
the entire battlefield. The war entered a stalemate. Neither side committed to an all-in charge for over a year, as they instead bombed, sniped, and raided each other where they could. Despite the lack of Leroy Jenkins tier charging, thousands were still dying each day. Eventually the Death Corps were able to break through a small chink in the heretics' armor. Some Kriegsmen got into the enemy bunkers and desperately fought to hold their gains, whilst reinforcements arrived. If it had been anyone else, the heretics could have pushed them out and resumed the stalemate. But these were the guys and gal of Kreig. More Kriegsmen poured into the breach, and after some intense close-quarter combat, which involved a lot of flamethrowers and bludgeoning bitches with shovels, the outer walls and defenses of Vraks had fallen. It appeared to be time to attack the second layer of defense.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. They're making progress. Have these 3 right here move up. Have these 3 move. See, bro, if I was a general, bro, listen, not gonna lie to you, bro. I'll be like prime Bill Belichick, bro. Like prime Bill Belichick, not the current Bill Belichick. I mean, I guess you could say Bill Belichick, you know, like Kobe a lot because, I mean, you know, we all liked Kobe, you know, number 24, but Bill Belichick, he like a different 24.
Except it fucking wasn't. A huge enemy counterattack was launched that caught the Imperial forces off guard. Dozens of thousands on each side died daily as the war turned into an absolute mess. Consolidating ground became nearly impossible. This back and forth battle continued for quite a long time, both sides gaining then giving up ground. It honestly made the first part of the war look like a jello fight with a Brazilian prostitute. After 7 years of fighting, shit hit the fan.
But Majorkill, I feel like...
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Y'all know every time we see his image, you know. Every time we see this image, if you know Majorkill, if you've been watching Majorkill before me, then you know about this image right here, y'all.
The shit had already hit the fan, you know, cause millions of people had died.
Shut your
Oh no, let's skip. No, I gotta skip. Let's skip because I don't know what he gonna say about that little boy. We just go continue.
Came out of fucking nowhere and bolstered the defenders of Vraks. The reasoning is not entirely clear, as the appearance of the Traitor Marines sparked an extreme response for the Imperium in turn. I believe that Amegon sent those Marines in to make the Imperium take Vraks more seriously, so the Imperium could achieve victory. Because you know, Amegon, or maybe Alpharius, is loyalist. The first to answer this call were the Dark Angels. Oh shit! Who quickly went about sabotaging and taking over the enemy's starport, which deprived the enemy of easy access to offworld reinforcements and supplies. This is Vraks though, so while I do stand by the fact that it was quick, a shitload of Dark Angels died, a mega fuctillion heretics died, and a whole bunch of Alpha Legionnaires died. After 9 years, there was no end in sight, and the grueling high casualty war continued. Each meter of ground that the Death Corps of Kreig claimed could be measured in the blood of thousands. But eventually, through extreme effort and strokes of tactical genius, the heretics were losing ground.
GG's.
If it wasn't abundantly clear by now, Cardinal Zerfan was now a chaos-worshipping fanatic. I love the jump from, I am literally Jesus, to, I suck.
Yeah, you can never. Yeah. Let's dub that down right now. Let's dub that down instantaneously. You can never. Bro can never. I'm sorry. You can never even maintain up. You couldn't even. Let me stop.
Satan's cock. That he did, but hey, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. With his mortal army failing him, Zerfan allowed his chaotic sorcerers to perform their magic. Foremost, they sent out a signal, an invitation. Vraks was a fucking blood orgy, and everyone is invited. A huge armada of chaos ships formed and beeline for Vraks. Despite a valiant effort by Imperial ships to stop them, the Armada was able to unload a shitload of bad guys onto the planet, including World Eaters and Iron Warrior Space Marines. Shit just hit the fan. Again. While the Chaos Fleet had been heading over, the legendary armies of Kreig once again attacked the enemy's position. The Citadel was the most fortified structure on the planet by far, and taking it would be a bitch, but for the last decade, Kreig had been fucking bitches.
Bro, imagine fighting for a decade, bro. They've been throwing hands for a decade. I don't even imagine for 10 years, bro, you had bullets fly past you every day. That's diabolical.
So they charged onwards and inch by inch made more and more ground. And that's when it all went to hell. The huge load of bad guys had arrived, and they did so in style. All the gains that the armies of the Imperium had suffered for years to make were wiped out in an instant. Khornite berserkers tore through Kriegsmen like butter. The Death Corps fought on valiantly, but they just weren't ready for this kind of shit. The enemy's outer defenses were re-established, and the end of the war, which was in sight, was now cast into doubt. It now appeared that a genuine Chaos victory was more than possible. Oh yeah, and the traitors had brought Titans with them. Feck. With things in such a disastrous state, the High...
how did they even get... Nah, it's rigged. I don't know if they got Boma on their squad, where they can just snap a little capsule, whatever, and just throw it, and they can just spawn Titans. Nah, bro. They think this is Minecraft or something. Nah, there's no way.
Commander of the Siege
there's no way.
Fired and replaced with a much more experienced and trusted leader. He requested the support of Titans, more firepower, and more soldiers, as the Death Guard began arriving on Vraks and turning large parts of it into a decayed cesspit. At this point,
hey, he been through war. Look at him. Man, he been through it. He got all types of wrinkles on his face. He look like he 95 and 60 at the same time. Man, he been through it, y'all. He been through it, bro. For real. Also, I don't know, I feel like I've seen him in Game of Thrones one time. I don't know.
It wasn't even the Siege of Vraks anymore. It was the clusterfuck of Vraks. There was no defined battle lines.
Real quick, y'all, I'm sorry, I don't mean to, cut Majorkill off, but man, this jacket's yo, this is fashionable. It's not even a jacket. I was about to, just compliment the jacket, but everything else kind of looks pretty cool as well. Okay.
And the objective wasn't even to take the Citadel anymore. It was to survive until the Titans arrived, and then hopefully they could do their work. The Cardinal wasn't remotely in charge anymore. He had no command over any of the traitor Space Marines running around, nor did he control the legions of cultists, mutants, and beastmen they had brought with them. Even his own men were kind of doing their own thing, so no, he just sat in his bunker, poured himself a pint, and waited for the whole thing to blow over. The Imperium was tired, worn down and wounded, and incredibly pissed off. So very, very pissed off. So pissed in fact that they were like, fuck this shit, let's counterattack. So after a year of consolidating and preparing, they sent in everything they had. All the men, tanks, titans, and
Hey, y'all know in FIFA how you push the settings to ultra attack? That's what they did, yo.
bombs.
That's what they did.
Once more, the men and women of Kreig charge, bayonets ready, into oblivion. Ground was gained, many died, titans fought titans as Chaos Marines tore through guardsmen. It was pretty fucking sweet. After a few days, the loyalists were winning. A dozen chaotic titans brought down, a ton of dead traitor marines, and countless heretical cocksuckers were massacred. Things were looking up, but the war was not yet done.
Okay.
At the same time as that engagement, the Imperial forces had sent thousands of men to dig underground and blow up a bunch of shit. After a year of digging and dying, you know, hard to run away from a Khornite berserker when you're underground,
True.
they also succeeded, and boy did they blow some shit up. As we know by now, any progress the armies of the Imperium would make would be short-lived, and sure enough, the next line of defense appeared to be impossible to crack. The enemy had plenty of planes, fortifications, and a way better position. On top of that, the Chaos Space Marines were still wrecking absolute tits. Not all the Titans could be committed to the curtain wall, as they were still needed on the flanks, especially the ones where Chaos Astartes were present.
Okay.
Another year passed, millions more died, and next to no ground was gained. The Imperial forces were out of the cum zone, but the result of the war was still uncertain.
We're out of the what zone? What did he say? But bro, a year? It's like, bro, every 3 months is like they're moving like an inch closer. Like that is ridiculous.
They needed that special source to break through.
Breaks?
The fact that the High Lords of Terror were no longer vibing Vraks and would begin to reduce the amount of resources available, hence extending the siege out for a dozen more years, didn't help at all. The High Commander was like, fuck. And he knew that he had about a year or two to win the war or it would never be won. Hence he enlisted the aid of the Red Scorpion Space Marines, who were like, fuck yeah. And then they just straight up teleported a bunch of Terminators into the heart of the enemy forces. Metal as fuck. The enemy was
I'm surprised. Here's the thing, right? So with the enemy forces, with these guys right here, would they be able to like add on more security as they're fighting, or like is it just too late? Like, is it just too late to like add like, you know, not, I don't even know if they had like extra people, whatever, but like mid battle, can they like add in more like, you know, not protection, but like can they add in like more manpower, or is it over? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, the loyalists, bro, they spawned all types of titans, they spawned in dragons, bro. I could have sworn I just saw Toothless coming here, bro. Like, bro, they're spawning anything and everything.
disarray, which is common when a bunch of Terminators.
And then the Imperium, bro, they blowing up everything. What do you call it? Like underground. They blowing up all the weapons and everything. Like they're taking out. It's like they're getting attacked from like every single angle. But like, I'm gonna be honest with you, these guys right here, they're going out bad.
Teleport right in front of you and murder the shit out of you and your mates.
Crazy.
With this breach in the enemy lines secured, progress could once again be made. And holy shit, no expense was spared. It kind of feels like I'm that dude from that old surf video.
You just drop in and just smack the lip, whoop-ah, drop down, snap, ah.
With how I'm explaining these
Wait, what was
battles,
that?
but that's kind of how it was. Led by an army of Space Marines, the Death Corps of Kreig, a fuckload of tanks, and some Titans, the Imperial forces were able to push through to the next line of defense.
Ooh, GGs.
All that stood in the Imperium's path to the Citadel was the Great Curtain Wall. The Red Scorpions withdrew to honor their dead, and victory was in sight.
Wait, what?
Until it fucking wasn't. So the Inquisition saw the future, and the future said that in an act of bad sportsmanship, the last defenders of Vraks would let demons rape their tits and turn the entire planet into a demon world.
Listen, I don't want to be that guy, but bro, if I'm fighting in a battle for 10 years and we lose because it's bad sportsmanship somehow, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Yo, call me a bad apple, call me the odd one out, bro. We're winning this battle. No lie, bro. I don't care what it said. Yo, we're winning this battle. What do you mean we're gonna let the demons do? We're letting the demons do what? We're just gonna let the demons just do what they want to us? Bro, we've been here for like 10 years.
Which would be a huge pain in the ass for the Imperium. Hence Inquisitor Lord
What are they
Hector
talking
Rex took
about?
command of the entire war, adding inquisitorial troops, including fucking Grey Knights, to the effort. The Red Hunters, who drink Inquisitor cum like Kool-Aid, also joined the effort, whilst envoys were sent out to see if the Dark Angels and the Red Scorpions wanted to return to Vraks to finish what they started. There would be one final mega push, the Battle of all battles. All the defenders had gathered to protect the curtain wall. Plague zombies rose in their thousands. Khorne berserkers prepared to charge. Absolute chaos of...
Did y'all hear that morning dove? I hope y'all heard that that morning dove, bro. I don't know. I feel like we're going back to like the old days, y'all, like the old good days. Cause like, bro, I'm starting to hear like, I don't know. I feel like recently, bro, like whenever I look outside, like it's like, you know, life got like a lot more color now. You know, I'm starting to hear morning doves for the first time in years. I'm like, yo, maybe we're going back to the old days, bro. I don't know. I feel like everything feels good nowadays, you know?
As toxic gas, las fire, and the unending thum of artillery exploded everywhere. Thousands more died, and finally, after over a decade of fighting, the defenders' morale began to collapse as defeat seemed inevitable.
Oh, yeah,
But
GG's.
Lord Zulfor,
GG's.
the leader of the Skulltakers, who were a Khornite warband, wouldn't have a bar of it. Zulfor began to unite the various chaotic warbands into a unified force. It's kinda ironic that a Khornite berserker would be the one to do that. He killed numerous Chaos Lords and took their forces for himself, before throwing Cardinal Zafan into a cage. He was now lord of whatever was left of Vraks, and he intended to inflict as much death and bloodshed as possible with a unified force and the potential for a fuck-huge demonic army at his back if he could build a warp portal in time. While Zulfor was staging his coup, the defenders on the curtain wall finally collapsed.
GG's.
Too many had died. They had no more food or ammunition.
GG's.
After penetrating wall
Bro,
after
I'm surprised they had that much food for 10 years. Golly.
wall, line, the Citadel was in sight. The final
Holy.
target to bring this vicious war to an end. After some preparation and political meddling by external forces, what was left of the armies of Kreig charged forward onto their final target,
GG's.
as the united force of Lord Zulfor charged out to meet them. A huge battle raged, where demonic activity was becoming more and more apparent. The Grey Knights, who had been in reserve, were finally deployed and they joined the fighting.
It's over. It's over, bro. These dudes, bro, when they're given a task, they gonna complete it. Bro, these dudes are the Emperor's riders, bro. They're the Emperor's boys. If the Emperor needs somebody to be taken care of, bro, Grey Knights. Bro, he's calling out the Grey Knights instantaneously. These are the Emperor's like hitters, bro. These are the Emperor's boys. If he needs anything done, if he needs anybody to be eviscerated from the planet, from the Imperium, whatever, he's calling these guys up. It's over. It's been over, first of all, but like now it's certainly 100% over. It's done.
This battle would go on for months. I'm honestly beyond describing how fucked it is. I just feel exhausted thinking about that. When you hear the phrase final push, you think, oh yeah, a couple hours, last push, win the day. Nah, not at Vraks, where a final push can take years.
Thanks.
The Imperial forces reached the Citadel, and they began climbing up its slopes. This would be the most vicious part of the entire war. Honestly, you'd have a higher survival rate if you jumped into a meat grinder than this final part of the story. The Death Corps of Kreig knew this and pushed onwards anyway. Each meter of ground they claimed was met with disaster. Trap after trap was sprung, and even loyalists...
Ooh, man, he's setting traps up like Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. Bro, they setting traps up like Macaulay Culkin. It's not looking good, bro. Booby traps there, booby traps there. It's over.
Space Marines were like lambs to the slaughter, with the Red Hunters losing 150 brothers in one engagement. Even the god machines of Mars were being taken down. Still, the attackers push onwards, with the Lord Inquisitor Hector Rex personally leading the battle from the front. It was only due to his efforts and the Grey Knights that they were finally able to get a good foothold in the Citadel. But the battle was far from over. For the next part of the most drawn-out final push in the history of Warhammer lore, the Red Scorpions had returned in force, and were ready to finish what they started 5 years ago. The assistance of the Red Scorpions was a huge asset for the Loyalists, as it forced the Defenders, or whatever the fuck was left of them, to reveal their trap card, an entire legion of Khornite demons. Nice. The Red Scorpions fought through the demons.
Bro, bro, they kept the demons, bro, under the tuck. Yo, they was like, yo, these boys had like 4 layers of defenses and everything. They said, bro, if somehow, some way, if anybody gets the wrong 4, if they think that the core is going to be a weak security thing, bro, they got another thing coming. Bro, they got Macaulay Culkin, bro, Home Alone 2, booby trap set up. And then last but not least, as the final defense, these boys got demons under the tuck. They can't wait to unleash unleash them.
And secured their objective. Now it was up to Lord Hector Rex and his Grey Knights to push through the front, whilst an army of Kriegsmen breached the underground catacombs and launched their attack from there. Now Hector wasn't just some snotty-nosed inquisitor. The man was a beast and was personally blessed by the Emperor. Like, he wore hectic Inquisitor power armor and he led
GG. Yo, it's done. It's over with, bro. If you're blessed by the Emperor, you're done, bro. You are, bro, you're done. If you are going up against anybody that says, oh yeah, bro, you know the Emperor blessed me, right? You know he gave me powers, right? You're like, you know you can't kill me, right? You know, like, it's over, right? You're done. GG's, bro. Fall to your knees right now, bro.
That's from the front. As Hector and friends cut their way through brass demons, bloodletters, and other nasty red things, boss music started playing. Angrath, the mightiest of the bloodthirsters, emerged, and he licked some Grey Knight tits. Almost the entirety of Hector's Astartes squad was wiped, until it was just him and the angry demon. Hector, being the beast that he is, somehow managed to 1v1 the greatest bloodthirster around, and he sent the monster screaming back to hell.
Gave him the beats. Gave him the 5-knuckle shuffle. Sent them packing. Sent them to Cancun. Yo, what's his name? Ingredient, bro. Ingredient. Yo, whatever your name is, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now Majorkill literally just said that he went crazy. Like, he took out a bunch of Grey Knights. Okay, respectful, but at the same time, you're a big demon, bro. You're supposed to take out everybody. The fact that you was that you was screaming on your way out, bro, like Tom and Jerry, bro. Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's diabolical. You're down bad for that one, bro. And you're a demon. Bro. Bro sent you crying back to hell, bro. He sent you crying back to your house. That's diabolical.
As Angrath was banished, the Dark Angel successor chapter, the Angels of Absolution, arrived. They were like, yo, we will help you, but we call dibs on the Alpha Legionnaires. And Hector was like, what? Why? You know what? Fuck it. Sure, you can have him. I am sick of this shit. With Angrath banished and the Angels' arrival, the battle was more of a massacre than anything. Very few Traitor Marines remained. Most had died and even more had fled. Even Zuffor, the Lord of Khorne, had left the planet. His objective to rack up the highest possible body count had been achieved. Ironically, the Alpha Legionnaires who first arrived on Vraks and who invited all the other Traitor Marines to join the fun were still around.
Oh.
That's right. The slippery Alpha Legion performed a last stand and were cut down and captured to the man by the Dark Angels, whilst the Berserkers of Khorne retreated to fight another day.
Wait a minute. Wait, ain't this supposed to be like the other way around? Or no? I'm pretty... Yo, wait. So you telling me the demon... He scattered. Bro is going to hell anyway, but he scattered. He said, oh, nah, bro. I got hit with the 5-knuckle shuffle with a 20-piece combo from KFC. I'm out of here. Scattered away like a rat.
What the fuck? So by this point, the last of the defenders were literally just batshit insane mutants who had been twisted by the warp.
Ooh.
The last time a sane heretical soldier had been encountered on Vraks was some time ago. Whilst these demonic defenders were able to give you nightmares, they were no match for the Death Corps of Kreig with their Space Marine allies. Soon the last of the demons were banished and their warp portal was destroyed. Any remaining defenders were put out of their misery. The Cardinal who started it all, Mr. Zarfan, was found, and boy oh boy did he get his share of karma. He had been turned into, I kid you not, a Down syndrome mass of writhing tentacles. Not in like a boss battle way, I mean in like a severely disabled way. The Grey Knights incinerated him. 14 million dead Kriegsmen. All 8 million defenders killed. Hundreds of Space Marines lost. Dozens of Titans fallen. Countless tanks destroyed, and millions upon millions of artillery shells
Wait, this is what they turn him into? Oh, bro, just take me out. Hey, Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it real. Now, yo, I'm not Brad Pitt. I'm not Michael B. Jordan. I'm not the most handsome guy you've ever seen. But man, if I look like this, y'all, take a shot for me. Oh, a shot for me. Take me out, bro. Take me out, bro. No lie, man. No lie, y'all. For real. I'm being. Hey, no lie, man. Give me gold, bro. Like, if I look like this right here, man, y'all know what to do, bro. For real.
Ended. For the entire 17 years, there was non-stop artillery bombardment. The Death Corps of Kreig had been sent feet first into hell, and they had emerged on the other side. No other regiment could have achieved what they did. No other regiment would be able to endure the horror.
14 million though. Like 14 million went out bad though. Like, let's not forget that. Like 14 million, that's a lot.
Of Vraks and come out sane. They had fought every nightmare Chaos had to throw at them, and they were not found wanting. The siege of Vraks wasn't a planet-wide war. It was literally a siege of one hyper-defended fortress.
And let's keep it real. There's no real winners. Like there's no one benefited from this. Like everybody, literally everybody, bro. Like they walked away from this, bro. Like they're gonna feel this when they're 50. Like everybody walked away, bro, with dislocated knees and everything. Like it's like, let's be real. Like there's legit no winners from this. Like there's big losses from every single like faction or group or whatever that participated in this battle or war, whatever you want to call it.
By the end of the war, Vraks was so damaged and corrupted that any hopes of reclaiming its armories and supplies was long gone.
GG's.
The entire system was put into quarantine and declared a no-fly zone, and the veterans of Vraks were shipped off to new war zones soon after.
Put them boys in 2020. Put them boys in 20. Hey, listen. First of all, we survived 2020, but yo, they put them boys in 2020.
So what did we learn today, team? Well, sometimes just exterminating your problems at the start is the way to go. Electing religious fanatics as leaders isn't a smart idea, and using an army of 15-year-old vat-grown clones with gas mask glued to their face is fucking awesome.
No, it's not. Yo, do not listen to Majorkill, yo. It's not, because there's big losses for everybody. Yo, 14 million of those Kreigs went out sad, bro. Ridiculous. Comment down below. What do y'all think about this one, man? I'm glad that I actually, check this out and react to this, man. Make sure y'all follow my Twitch down below. It's at the bottom of the screen, and I'm going to see y'all next time out. And no, by the way, man, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I believe, hold up. I believe 40% of you guys are subscribed to the channel. I believe 60 of y'all, 60% of y'all, who watch the videos, but you don't subscribe. Like, what's... Come on, sit down. You sit down. Tell me why you're not subscribed. I mean, you watch a bunch of videos. Like you watched the GTA 6 trailer reaction from me. You watch like some of my other gaming trailer videos. You watch, some of my other, Warhammer reaction videos, and you like them. But why aren't you subscribed? Oh, you're going to? Oh, okay. Appreciate it. Thank you. I just wanted to. I don't want to be that guy. I just wanted to know. Bye, everyone.